Hello everyone, welcome to the Modern Merchant YouTube channel, and I'm going to bring you another one of my finds. And when I say finds, put an asterisk there by it. I'm going to explain what that means here in just a minute. But behind me, I'm going to get out of the way, I want to show you all of these toys. Look at these. Now I do a lot of toys, but I'm really excited to bring these to you and show you, talk about these toys, because they are from the best decade of toys ever. They're from my childhood, which is the 80s. You're going to see a whole bunch of classic things: Transformers, He-Man, Mask, Fisher-Price, G.I. Joe, there's Casio Key, all this kind of stuff, and Robo-Force. Star Wars, Hot Wheels, X-Men, all kinds of awesome things that I get to talk about today. Now, how I came about all these toys, and I even have some more that are not on this table, I'll show you here in a minute, but how I came across all these toys was from a lady that I know who's given me books in the past to sell because she didn't want to throw them out. So I took the books, looked through them, got a few of them, I listed them, sold them, and shipped them. She contacted me a couple of weeks ago because she asked if I'd ever sold things for other people. Now, I get this question a lot, and the answer is yes. I sell or consign items for others on a regular basis. I have a clientele list. Some people it's a one-time thing and they have a few items, and some people it's a constant over and over. They keep bringing me items. But this lady, when she contacted me, told me that she had bought a house. And this house was pretty much a residence to a hoarder. And the whole downstairs was just trash. They wound up throwing everything out. But then in the attic, she found these. All of the toys from the boys that had lived there and grown up in that house. I think they were still living there when the house was sold. But all of this stuff was up there in the attic. And it was a little dusty. We cleaned some of them up. I have to work on some more. But she asked if I could sell these for her. Now, a lot of times when I consign things, I have a conversation with the people about how it works, what they're going to expect from me, and how they want to do it. If I take the items, if I research them, if I list them, store them, provide customer support for them, sell them, ship them, and deal with any issues afterwards or any questions afterwards, then my standard is a 50-50 split. And that's what she wanted to do. She was okay with that. So I'm going to go through the numbers with you guys here in just a minute and all the different toys and give you an idea how much I'm going to make on these toys and what they're worth. Okay, so let's jump in. Starting way over here in the corner is some of the first toys I can remember playing with, and that's He-Man, original He-Man, Masters of the Universe. It's got the collector's case. We've got two of the battle damage or battle armor Skeletors, one of the original Skeletors. We have Evil Lyn over here. We have He-Man on his Battle Cat, and that He-Man is a Thunder Punch He-Man. He's got the stuff on the back that shows he's a Thunder Punch He-Man. He rotates because of this mechanism here. So all of that in the collector's case alone there, they bring a pretty good price. So the collector's case, I've got that set at $35. The two Skeletors with the battle damage at $15 a piece. Battle Cat, I think I can get around $20. Just a regular Skeletor around $15. Thunder Punch He-Man for $20. Evil Lyn for $20 as well. So you can see right now, just in this little section, everything's starting to add up real fast. We're already at over $100 in value just with this small section. Okay, and a few things around behind it here. We've got a Fisher-Price pocket tool. This was not from the 80s. This is from the early 90s. And I've got that set for $15. It's got everything in it. And it's actually pretty clean. The box looks like it's got some dust and stuff on it, but inside is actually really, really clean. So we've got that. And then right next to it is an old Boy Scouts handbook. I think it's a 1966 Boy Scout handbook, and I've got that. I think I can get $15 for that as well. It's obviously not in great condition, but the binding is still together. The pages are still intact, and there doesn't seem to be any writing or underlining throughout the whole thing. So, so I'm excited about that. Now let's jump down here. we have some original Star Wars guys. Okay, I have Greedo, a Snowtrooper, the AT-AT driver, and a Wampa. I've got the Wampa at $25 along with the AT-AT driver at $25, which I was surprised that those two were bringing more than Greedo, who I have at $15, and the Snowtrooper at $20. And these are all original 1980s Kenner. Kenner made these. They've got the markings on them and everything. Greedo had to clean up a little bit, but he looks far better than he did when I first got him. He looked like he spent many nights outdoors. So just, again, right there, we're looking at almost $100 just with these guys, okay? We're going to jump around. Right next to them here is, let's see, these are Hardee's, mid-90s Hardee's, like Happy Meal style toys. These are X-Men toys, like little battle sets. You have Cyclops and somebody in here, Storm battling somebody. I think this is Wolverine and the Blob. I think this is Rogue and Avalanche. They're all new in the package, and all together, that's about $22, maybe $25. I might be able to get $25 out of it. So we keep adding on here. Right here behind these are Buddy L is the name of the manufacturer, and I think you can see that right here, Buddy L on there, Buddy L on the back right there as well. And these are die-cast military toys, military cars, and I didn't realize that some of those cars are very collectible. So these two together, I think, will bring about $40. And speaking of more collectible things, right behind them are Fisher-Price. These all are kind of separate vehicles. These two items go together. Just these alone, I think I could get $30 for. It's a bulldozer. It looks like a little boat and another little train car and a gasoline car. And then the Jeep and the camper, I think I can get between 30 and 40. So I'll probably put it up for 40. So together with that, it looks like just those alone, I can get close to $70 for. So again, everything's just adding up real fast. Let's keep going. Right here, next to the Buddy L stuff and X-Men, are some Pizza Hut Land Before Time puppets. These are some of these vinyl puppets. You can see little hand puppet guys. And I think I could get $30 for them as a set. Right behind them, I don't want to sell him because I had toys like this as well, but he's really cool. It's an old Imperial Toys two-headed dragon from 1983, and he goes for about $30. He's just so cool. I had Godzilla-like toys like that, and I loved them. But I told her I would sell these items for her, so he's not going to wind up on my shelf. I will actually sell them. So let's see. I know we're skipping around here. Let's finish off this side of the table. Mask. Along with He-Man and G.I. Joe, the things that I played with, the other one that I loved was Mask. This was a series developed by Kenner that was an animated series, and they had a line of toys, and these are several of the vehicles from them. So I've got the Rhino semi-truck. It has another part that goes back here that I don't have with it, and you can see it's got a broken door, and it's missing a few parts on the inside here, but overall, for being incomplete, this can go for $30 to $40. If it was complete, I would get closer to $100 for it. Okay, but this thing does transform. Everything comes down, and the doors open, and it does what it's supposed to do for the most part, but it is missing some parts. Right here is the Hurricane, is the name of this vehicle. It's average at $30, but it opens up. It's got a little saw blade on the back. It's got another set of wheels that'll pop out when this is twisted. And then next to it are two of the same vehicles. They're called Jackhammer, and they both work. And you can see that pops up, and that pops out a little turret right there for the driver. And then let's see, this comes out, and that goes up, and it's got a little like blaster right there. These are toys that I love to pretend with when I was a kid. So I'm excited. I was really excited to find them. Too bad none of the mask figures are with them, because those alone are very valuable. But I got several of the vehicles, and I'm thrilled to have them. So right here is, I got $120 in estimated value just in those 4 vehicles, all right? Let's see here. And check my list. Actually, I have the Casio keyboard out, but I don't have it on my list. From what I remember, it was about $25 to $30 for this Casio keyboard, but I need to put some batteries in it and bring out some of my old tapes and see if it works. The battery compartment I did open up and it was clean, which was surprising for a toy that's been in storage since the 80s or 90s. So I'm excited about that one. So that's actually not on my list. It's an unknown variable there. Let's see. We'll move over here to this big one right next to the Casio keyboard. And this is a G.I. Joe Sky Striker. I believe that's the Sky Striker. Is that what it is? Yeah, Sky Striker right there. It's got the wheels that pop out, and it looks like it has been well played with. So a complete one of those goes for quite a bit. One in the condition that I have it in here, and a little bit of cleaning will do it some good. But I estimate around $40 for this. Okay, let's see. Let's just move right over here to the Transformers. Now, I watched Transformers as a kid, but I didn't have very many of them. I had GoBots, unfortunately. So I'm excited to bring these Transformers to you, and I was thrilled to get them. And one of my sons loves Transformers. Unfortunately, I had to tell him that he'd have to buy them. I couldn't give them to him. But right here, I've got 3 out of the 6 Constructicons, and together I think I can get $40 for them. Next over here is, I believe his name is Scattershot, and he's around a $30 Transformer. This is Autobot Blaster. He is Soundwave's kind of antonym. He's the Autobot, and Soundwave is his version. Is the bad guy, turns into a big boombox. And then right here is Swoop, one of the Dinobots, and he is about $60. Now, what I had as a kid was back here were GoBots. Now I didn't have this one, but this goes with GoBot. His name is Zod, and he's about he's about $20 as well. Right next to him is a Tonka Tough Ones CarQuest pressed steel tow truck. This is actually metal. It's a big die-cast car. It's got plastic on the back, but it is a pressed steel. The back works kind of like a stick shift, and I was surprised to find out that is about $50. And let's see. Let's look. I think I missed something over here with the Transformers. Autobot Blaster, I think I can get $30 to $40 for him, just to give you an idea about that. Let's see. Now back here in the back corner, I'd never seen these before because I didn't know about every toy in the 80s, but when I saw them, I fell in love with them because they're so cool. The robots. They look like old style robots. Now, I didn't have any of these toys, but this is from a series called Robo Force. And there's a lot of them. In fact, they even have the Robo Force Fortress of Steel, which I think is an awesome name for their fortress. Okay, there's all different kinds. There's different vehicles back here. This is the Robo Cruiser. There's 2 of the Robo Cruisers. And I think I have a few parts of the Robo Cruiser in this bag, along with other parts and weapons that go to these guys. This is the Dread Crawler. And then each one of the different robots has different names. I've got 2 of Max. I've got 2 of the Hun Dread. I've got 2 of Wrecker. There's 2 of Blazer. And then this guy's name is Vulgar. It's a good name. And Cruel and Sentinel. Okay, just to give you an idea, and then I got little comic books that came with them, the instructions for one of the Robo Cruisers, some stickers, and other things. So I've got a really cool set. I've got to figure out if I'm going to sell them all together or individually. I looked them up individually, and the Fortress of Steel I think I can get close to $100 for the Fortress of Steel. I can get $50 for each of the Robo Cruiser, the Robo Cruiser and the Dread Crawler. So right there, that's $250. Okay, Wrecker. Where's Wrecker? These guys here. I've got two of them. I got them at $20. I've got Cruel at $20. Max, him and him at $20 as well. Vulgar at $20. Blaze at $20. Hun Dread at $30 a piece. These two guys are at, this guy and this guy over here is at $30 a piece. And then Sentinel is another $20 as well. So all that, I mean, that adds up really quick. You can see we're at $350, $400 easily for that whole set. I think I might be able to make the most amount of money if I piece them out or put them in a couple small lots. I'm not sure it's going to be a fast sell if I put them up at 400 or 450 for all of those. But I might be wrong. I'll do a little bit more digging around and figure that out. So that's everything here on this table. But if you'll follow me over here, talking to you watching, and the person who runs my camera as well, I have a bunch of not video games. Actually, one of these is an old style video game, board games that I got along with these things. You can see Electronic Battleship. There's a couple of slot cars from Tyco. There's Torpedo Run. There's Old School Life and Sorry and Anti-Monopoly. There's Clue. There's Parker Brothers Free Parking and Backwards. And I think there's another one in there too. Let me get down there and take a look. Oh, there's a Checkers, and it looks like a regular Monopoly as well. So all of those have some value, along with the Photon Electronic Warrior Battle game, which everything is in there. I just have not tested it yet. All that stuff, well, it all has value as well. The Photon Electronic Warrior Battle game, I've estimated between 70 and 100. I have to get it working if I'm going to get $100 for it, but I'm going to look into that. The Free Parking, 25. Backwards, 30. The common games down there, I think there's 5 of them. I think I can get between 50 and 100 total for all that. And that might be selling the game as is, but it also might be that I need to take those games and piece them out individually, like the cars from Life or the pieces from Monopoly, the money from Monopoly, or the dice to replace things, the Clue cards, all that kind of stuff people do buy. I have sold many of those types of things in the past for replacement pieces, and I do pretty well with those. So $50 to $100 total when all that stuff is sold, I think is reasonable. Milton Bradley's Torpedo Run, I think I can get $70 for it as long as it's complete. I haven't dug through all the boxes yet. The Electronic Battleship, $40 to $50. The Tyco TCR High Banked Speedway slot cars, I think I can get $80 for it. And this one surprised me. The highest individual item that I got today, pardon me. The highest individual item that I found in this whole lot that I'm showing you today is the Tyco Double Danger Slotless Racing. If that is complete, it's $130. So all this stuff combined, we go back this way, all this stuff combined, I have a gross just selling total, if all of it sold today for these prices that I'm telling you, it's $1,767. I estimate about 30% is going to of that amount will go towards the fees for eBay or any other places that I sell them on that have fees and or shipping costs. I estimate that at $530.10, so $530.10, which leaves me $1,236.90. Divide that by 2 since we're splitting it after fees because of the consignment, 50-50. That leaves me $618.45. So far, I've spent maybe 2.5 hours on this project alone. I have no original investment in this other than my time. So I have to look at what I can potentially make on this and see, is it worth my time? So I have about 2.5 hours on this, going through it, doing the research, cleaning things out, making sure everything's there. And then I will probably spend another total of 3 hours combined for listing it all and handling the shipping when these items ship. So I'm looking at 5.5 to 6 hours into all this stuff at $618 in profit. I mean, that's easy. I'm making $600 in profit at 6 hours. That's $100 an hour. So that's very much worth my time to consign these items for this person, because I can't go anywhere around the town that I live and make $100 an hour working at a brick and mortar store. So I love to consign for people because I have nothing in it other than my time, and if it's worth my time, then yeah, let's do it. Because one thing I've learned in e-commerce is that everything sells eventually. All right, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. I appreciate that. I try to bring the different finds that I have. I have more videos I want to do about things that people have consigned with me. I have a wide variety of items like that. If you're interested in any of the items that I have here, I've shown you in the video that you want to buy because you love 80s toys as well, then go to my my eBay store. It's We Surplus, WHEE, We Surplus. You can find that on eBay. You'll see these items, some of these items up for sale. Hopefully, if you're interested in them, hopefully they'll still be up for sale when you go there. And if you like what you hear, I also do commercial voiceover work, and you can check out my demos at govoiceover.com. And I appreciate you watching. I'll catch you on the next one.